Usually, before I go shaking my tits for the press, I like to go see how the professionals do it. Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this, but in fact it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself? But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!" No idea how I got so barbaric.
Hey everyone, it's Darby from Blue Television Games, and today we'll be checking out This Is the Police on PS4. It's actually released on Xbox One recently as well. It's been out on Steam for quite a while. I'm not very familiar with the game, so we're going to go ahead and check it out today. Day 1, July 15, Monday. We have 3 papers here. The first one says, Golden Bird, Mayor Rogers, Sex Maniac. Freeburg Tribune, City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation. The fact, Mark War 2 to be shown in Freeburg the day before the worldwide premiere, blah, 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 blah. Let's go to work. Alright, now we're in our car, trying to start it. There we go, it turned over finally.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher.
Awesome, this voice acting is actually really good. This is pretty intriguing so far. I also like the art style, these cutscenes, it's really cool.
This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
All right. Good morning. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? So we get to pick our answer. Let's go with the obvious answer. Rogers is a dishonorable, corrupt politician, and he's been waiting for an opportunity to get rid of me. Do you already know the name of your successor? I'm gonna say, who cares? I've done my job, and I'm just about finished with it. Soon, my only interest will be cigars and jazz. I frankly don't care who takes my place. You think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Definitely not. That's just not possible. Mayor Rogers is a true professional, and he makes his decisions carefully. There's no place in our jobs for hard feelings. Thank you. Awesome. So we got through that. We're still alive. Not sure how good our decisions were.
Today, Mr. Boyd.
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
Okay, so he doesn't like Mr. Kendrick. I do like this little comic book style cutscenes. It's really neat. So we're taking some pills. 3 red pills. Hopefully it's just ibuprofen. Gonna smoke on a cigar. Got a little bald spot.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be.
Who's it gonna be?
Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell.
Mayor Rogers, you jerk.
White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon.
Put out my cigar.
180 days of
You
quiet,
jerk.
Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me.
Why'd you have to ruin my
I
cigar?
have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man.
I'll do my best.
Well, that sucks.
And
180
quit smoking
days.
up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
All his friends. Screw you. Whoa. Things are getting crazy.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Star?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Star.
That was awesome. All right, checkpoint. Day 2. Maybe we'll go through one more day here. Start up the car again. My car does not like to start.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick, he recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
All right. Would you like to receive tips about how the game works? We'll do show me what you got. Okay, Freeburg PD organizes upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress, and detectives continue their investigations. You can freely move employees between shifts. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Professionalism shows the overall efficiency level of your policeman. A figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a safe bet even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. Energy shows how tired they are. Let's see, hidden characteristics. Employees won't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy. Won't come up with any reason they think of to take the day off. Blah, 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 blah. Start the day. I have no idea what to expect here. Oh, there's my cigar. Okay. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of police work. You need to send your officers to a crime scene before the timer expires. The mark on the map shows where the call came from. The further away the destination is from the police station, the longer it will take your officers to travel back and forth. So the longer your people will be tied up and unavailable for upcoming work. Oh, that comes through your controller. The little thing in progress. Calls. The easiest way to determine how difficult a task might be is to check how many units you are allowed to send on the call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions give you the option of sending SWAT. They must be accompanied by at least one officer. We need to send 2 officers. Let's send Austin and Hochi, crappy officer and a good officer, and see how they do. Alright, they're on their way to the crime scene. This is really neat. Oh, okay, that's so cool. The radio comes through the PS4 controller. Okay, the last picture show theater. A theater manager reports that during a showing of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater, carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he's denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theater's security guard. Let's send Price and Bancy. Alright guys, go take care of that. We've only got a few officers left here. Messages, we don't have any. Oh man, things are getting real. Okay. We don't have any calls. This is really cool, okay. I'm just waiting for something to happen here. Armed robbery. Oh crap. Okay, armed robbery. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off the collection. Okay, armed robbery we want to send some good people for. Okay, and we have a fight. Johnson, Jurgen, and Kat's law firm. A brother and sister clash with each other over the deceased father's will. According to one of their lawyers, we don't dare separate them. And our security guard is off duty tonight. Let's send you out for that. You can handle that, right? Reports. Everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies. But the truth is, sometimes the criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hurt your roster. Dead citizens bother the mayor even more than the living ones. Offender escaped, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Cool, okay. And offender caught, officers unharmed. So I actually made them both level up. That's really cool. I did not expect this game to be this style, but it's actually really fun. It's almost like a sim type game. Oh, we have an assault in the ghetto. Passerby saw some teenagers attacking an elderly musician. They ran away with his guitar and his money. Let's send Crappy Price and Fancy out for that one. Everyone's out on calls now. This could be bad. Direct orders. When your cops aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you and ask you to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste all of your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate. Vehicle in question is parked outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. Sneak into the house through an open window, knock on the door, open up police, turn on the siren loudspeaker and shout the house is surrounded. Okay, let's try that. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Awesome. We are doing good. We're doing police work, guys. This is the police. Offender escaped, officer unharmed. That sucks. Oh well. Just the way it goes sometimes. The bad guys get away sometimes. That is just how it goes. Report. Offender escaped, officers unharmed. I gotta stop sending out Price, he sucks. End of the day. You think you'll need a couple extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime. But if they're working flat out, they'll be more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. Yeah, let's bring in DeBrito. That guy looks pretty cool. Let's bring in Mole too. End of the day. Let's do one more day. That was really fun, actually. I liked that.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
Half a million, dang.
Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand.
Christopher Sand.
Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
And I think we're going to go with day 3. I'm excited to do more police work here. Let's go to work. Stupid car, start up. Okay, when a police officer is too tired to be effective, he will ask for a day off. Sometimes officers will request days off, even when they're at full strength. I drank too much. I don't think I can hold it together today. Can I go home? Yes, but come tomorrow. In addition to their performance ratings, police officers also possess rank. Employees begin at their lowest rank and can be elevated in rank. You can promote an employee too. That's cool. Promote this guy. Can we promote this guy? Well, we can give 2 promotions out. We're promoting Stovall twice. He's now the freaking man. Okay, we can start the day now. Day 3, here we go. Let's learn how to hire and fire cops. Police station, labor market. There's a certain number of paid job openings for which you can hire any available applicant. Job slots are separated between officers and detectives. Hire for shift B, hire for shift A. Want to free up a slot? Time to fire somebody. Let's fire this guy. We can hire some more people. Dennis Swift's a detective. Lindsay, professionalism's 100. She looks kind of like Deb from Dexter. I'm going to hire. Let's hire this guy for shift A. Let's go. We got a 211 St. John's Cathedral. What do we got? We've received a frightened call from the local cathedral. This morning, the abbot discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones are painted with satanic symbols, and some have been broken into pieces. It seems that there are even marks from a shovel, but the abbot would say no more. Alright, let's send Stovall out. No. We want to hold on to him. Let's send Grant and Samadhi. What do we got? What do we got? I'll try to hold the controller up here. I don't know if you heard that, but that's really cool. It comes out of the controller. I love that. Okay. Businessman Harley Jones, looking out his window, saw 2 teenagers scratching offensive slogans on his new car. Let's send Roy and Van Dahl out there. I feel like Shift B has better cops on it, but we do have Stovall on Shift A, and that guy's a genius. He's going to do some good police work. 211 complete. Let's see what we got. Offender escaped. Officers unharmed. Ugh. Eddie's Burgers. Waitress named Mila reports that she just served a chicken Eddie and a Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal who she'd seen on television this morning. The culprit is sitting at the window eating a burger. Let's send Stovall in and by himself. Good luck, Stovall. Offender escaped. Officers unharmed. Ah, too bad. Guys couldn't even do a simple job. The waitress had mistaken retired Officer Frank Nero for the fugitive in question. False alarm. King Louis nightclub. Mr. Boyd, my bouncer stuffed himself with Mexican food again, and now he can't get off the can. Meantime, the line outside the club is stretching around the block. We need someone outside who can tell the cool guys from the punks. Let's give Grant a chance here. Do what you can, Granny Grant. This is cool. It reminds me of an old school sim game that's really fun. The risk factor and trying to decide who to send out. This is really cool. Christopher G. Sands Ice. An anonymous call just came in. A clown carrying balloons at the skating rink is selling crack to teenagers. Stovall, you can take care of that. Good job for Stovall for sure. Sorry, Chief, but I quit. In one night, I pulled in more cash than I earned in a month working at this dump. Mr. Sorkin said he wouldn't mind taking me on. I guess it just wasn't cut out to be a cop. Dang it, Grant. Thank you for your help, Mr. Boyd. Take $4,500. Oh, crap. Naked man carrying a canister of gasoline has threatened to set himself on fire unless his favorite chewing gum becomes popular again. Let's send Stupid Roy and Robbins out. We need to hire someone. We need to hire someone. Okay, who we got? Who we got? Let's go with Elizabeth and close. As police arrive, a clown is seen making balloon animals for the kids. We can cover up in a raincoat and pretend to be a customer, carefully watch the clown from afar, or take the clown onto the ice and run up any witnesses. Offender caught. Officer unharmed. Stovall ranks up. Stovall for the win. Suicide threat. Offender escaped. Officers unharmed. How do you escape a suicide attempt? R3 is end of the day. Checkpoint. Day 4, July 18th, Thursday. This is where we're going to end this episode of This is the Police on PS4. I'm actually really enjoying this game. Like I said, it's a lot of reading and decision making, but I love old sim games, and this definitely reminds me of one of the old sim games like Sim City or, you know, Theme Park, Roller Coaster Tycoon, any of those kind of games. Let me know what you guys are thinking of This is the Police in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you around.